It's too early to get excited about what Nakamoto Games is doing at the moment, but we are starting to see a double bottom formation at a key level of previous support to the left over here. Usually, when we break out of a resistance and make a new one, you're meant to fall back, and what we call this is a swing high. This is our new swing high, and so the old one becomes a swing low. And that should hold a support right over there on the previous resistance, now support an SR flip. However, if the previous swing high doesn't hold as a swing low, we fall back to the old swing low. So the previous support, so the previous range, we just are revisiting the previous range. And as long as this previous range, lowest point of support down over here maintains, then we're looking for bullish continuation higher. Actually, guys, as we were coming down, we were anticipating a retest of this area with potential of coming down to here, as it was also the golden pocket. But as we were coming down over the past few months, we can see that this allowed the 200 EMA to catch up. And remember, guys, this acts as the bottom of our downtrend. So as long as price action, which it is above the moving average, then we will continue bullish. So all we now need to see is a reclaim of these moving averages. And from the last Nakamoto Games video I made at the tail end of last week, we were calling for this sort of move back up, how we could be forming a potential double bottom now that we confirmed the 6-5 over here, and this is all above the 200 EMA, and that we don't need to always come and test the 200 EMA exactly, although if we ever get down there and it does hold a support, that's your optimal entry point. But if you've been following the channel for long enough, you would know that we don't technically need to test it as support to continue bullish, even if we lose the 20 and the 55. This is considered the bottom of the uptrend, but we can bottom out before that point. So what we're looking for are any bullish indications. So that's going to be your chart patterns, your Fibonacci's, not the EMAs in this case because we are underneath them, but yeah, chart patterns, candlestick patterns, double bottoms, double tops, any of those sorts of things. And we're seeing a bullish pattern appearing very close to, but slightly above the 200 EMA. And all I'm seeing here is a failed lower low. That's all a double bottom is. I've come into this support once, which was, the previous range low over here, where the bodies were. Of course, the wicks are down at the blue box. But we stumbled across this 0.65 line, created a level of support, came down to it again and failed to break beneath it, showing that this support has stepped in twice. You're not creating a lower low, so this is no longer a downtrend, and so we're now trying to create the uptrend, and so we are given the opportunity, because if this was truly bearish, and every single time we have been putting in the lower low, this is the only time we haven't. And so now we're being given the opportunity to break out bullish. It doesn't necessarily mean that it will take the opportunity, guys. Of course, from this point here, we have been going up. So it started the process of breaking the high. Will it actually do so? If we can break this high over here, we'll validate this double bottom target to around $1.8687. So this is the previous resistance over here. I've marked out gold just because if we're breaking through this area, we know it's lift off essentially. But yeah, we've already got a pattern potentially giving us that momentum up into that price point. And so of course, as it's a level that we need to break above, we need to understand that we will get a rejection at first, just like the previous times, and we need to hope that it falls back to where we previously caught support, where we were previously ranging between those 2 points. We need to get into that resistance, fall back to the support, and then of course start to range before a break to the upside. It can go wrong and break to the downside. I'll let you know if that happens, but for the bullish case, we need something like this to play out, and then this would be forming a much larger inverse head and shoulders pattern. So make sure you remember that Louis Crypto is potentially calling for a future inverse head and shoulders pattern if we can validate the double bottom. I'm not calling for it right now, although I've just drawn it out and of course shown a potential over here for an inverse head and shoulders. But for this to be the case, a lot of things need to go our way. And first of all, we've not created the lower low, so this is positive for our case. But then we need to create the higher high above this high, and that's going to give us further confidence that this actually could be a possibility, a potential inverse head and shoulders to eventually break through $2.50. And so what we would then need to see is a breakthrough of the double bottom neckline, validating the pattern, meeting its target, falling back to where we were previously ranging over here as support, and eventually breaking out to the upside, creating a much larger inverse head and shoulders that could, take us to the next technical target of about $6 over here. This would finally complete this 5-day inverse head and shoulders pattern that we called all the way back in, honestly, I think it was August/September time, when we were underneath 50 cents. And since then, we have now seen a price increase from the neckline of 52 cents of 170%. And we can see that we did actually top out at 320, and we're expecting to surpass that all with this inverse head and shoulders here, actually set to take us all the way back to the other inverse head and shoulder target, bringing us a total gain of 1,000%. And of course, from today's current price, a further 300% gain. Guys, please support the channel. There are multiple ways in doing so. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. We're under 70 subscribers away from 8,000 followers. And so I will be doing a giveaway over on my Twitter. So make sure you're following me there. It's pinned, so it's the first post you'll see. Check out all the entry requirements and the potential prizes. Also, another way to support me and also yourself is if you want to get any education. I have a Discord community with about 30 plus people in there, and they're all sharing their own trading and investment ideas. One actual student of mine in the last few days or so has shared a crypto that has already pumped 3x, which is absolutely insane. We've already had cryptos in the past 2.5 months since the end of November, pretty much the start of December, that have gone up 3x, 4x. So if you want to experience similar things, if you want to gain in on the community where we also do weekly group calls, then just use the links in the description down below to head to the website to join the community. Also, check out all the discount offers that we have at the moment on the course and the mentorship 1-to-1 plan. Cheers, everyone.